Welcome to the rabbit hole, where we go deep, deep into the rabbit hole. We're like-minded me. Welcome to the rabbit hole, the truth we see. There's lizard people everywhere, the conspiracies be.
Welcome to the rabbit hole, where we go deep, uninvited from the rabbit hole. The weak-minded sheep for the open-minded people, not the little but the weak. To the rabbit hole. You sure you wanna be?
We have before us the opportunity to forge a new world order.
We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society. Flat Earth Society. Flat Earth Society.
And for future generations.
Flat Earth Society. Flat Earth Society. We don't have time for
A new world order.
Treasure Island.
They never come back. And boy,
Yes, people, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back to the rabbit hole. Ramblers unite. It's the trio of fun this evening. Remember how this whole show started about a year and a half ago over on Sean Butler TV? It was initially just myself, and then Nikos popped on, reached out to me. We got him on, and then John reached out to me. And a man known as the Dog Whisperer, well, he had a word in Bugsy's shell-like, and Bugsy said, Butler, have a word with that guy, John. And from there, the rabbit hole was born in a different guise. It used to be called, I'm not saying it's aliens, but
It's aliens.
tonight, it's the three of us. It's the three of us. And listen, guys, it's happy to see everybody. It's great to see John. Great to see Father Nikos. I've just realised the connotation there. Very, very good indeed. What happened to the penalty, by the way? Was it saved?
A VAR check.
Oh, it was overturned, even though it was an absolute deliberate foul. A deliberate handball. What are we doing here? United.
Father Christmas is giving Man United some points by the looks of it.
Yeah. Saucer X. I haven't had it. I've had one cider on my show today, and I had one little vodka and lemonade. That's it. I'm not in the slightest bit. I've even had a sleep for 2 hours since then. We're just getting warmed up, people. We are just getting warmed up. Boys and girls in the chat, please do smash the like button on the video. Smash the subscribe if you haven't already. Notification bell button should be squeezed, as you know, and comment sections should be dropped. We're going to go into some random wild videos off of the doom scrolling internet tonight. Before we get into that, I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, but I also want to find out how the boys are doing. Nikos, how are you, mate? How are you? Happy Christmas to you, mate.
Good. Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope they had a nice Christmas with their families, got lots of turkey and alcohol in their bellies. It's really good. Thank you, mate. Been raining here for five days. Me and John were talking about it the other day. You know, it's been raining for 5 days straight here, which is unusual, should we say. So, yeah, been rained indoors, watching Christmas movies, playing with superheroes, entertaining the kids. It's been nice. Yeah, rain really heavy. Yeah, it's raining now still as well. 5 days straight. It's like that's the first time I've lived in Spain for what, 20 years. First time I've had like a rainy Christmas. I remember sitting on the beach on like Christmas Eve a few years ago. Yeah,
I'm not saying it's geoengineering, but
something strange is going on. One thing about mate, got the best intro on YouTube. I stumbled across something absolutely epic. I have to share with you all before we start. If you do that intro at ×2 speed, it turns into one of the best drum and bass songs I've ever heard. Try it.
Really?
Mate, try it. If you that intro is brilliant and it's epic, but if you do it at 2 speed, because on YouTube you can hold your finger on the fast forward button, it automatically drops into. Mate, try it and you'll see what I mean. It's like being honestly, it's one of the best.
I'm going to do it live on the stream right now. But before whilst I load that up, Johnny boy, how are you, my man?
I'm good, thanks, Sean. How are you and Bugsy?
We're good. We are very, very, very good, mate. Yeah, Bugsy's all right. She's, she is what she is. But Yeah, we're good, mate. We're good. Like, you know, living our own sort of walking our own life. Is it 2 times speed we need to do? Is it,
2
Nikos?
times speed. Yeah, 2 times speed, mate. I mean, it's brilliant. Honestly, it's absolutely brilliant.
Oh, well, this is the first. Maybe if we play it backwards, it might be. We might also have a demonic message in there. You know. All right, let's
do
see
it.
if we can play it. Okay, so this is literally the stream we're doing right now. We're gonna play it. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Welcome to the rabbit hole, where we go deep, deep into the rabbit hole. We're like mind and me. Welcome to the rabbit hole, the truth we see. There's lizard people everywhere, the conspiracies be.
Welcome to the rabbit hole, where we go deep, uninvited from the rabbit hole. The weak-minded sheep for the open-minded people, not the little but the weak.
We have before us the opportunity to forge a new world order.
We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society. Flat Earth Society. Flat Earth Society.
And for future generations,
Flat Earth Society. Flat Earth Society. We don't have time for
a new world order.
Wowzers! Wowzers!
Bloody hell,
Hey,
the Prodigy
it's gotta
are
work.
shitting themselves, aren't they now? Bloody hell.
Wait, you're an accidental drum and bass DJ.
An accidental hit. What are we doing here, guys in the chat? How many does Sean drink? What? I'm not even drinking. What's going on?
It's a conspiracy.
He's not drunk enough.
What the fuck's going on? You lot in the chat. It's like you make assumptions about me. I often drink, but I'm rarely drunk. I think that's the I'm always in that limbo zone of like tipsy, you know. And then when I get past it, I go and have a nap for a couple of hours, and I wake back up again, and I feel a little bit ready to go for a second one. Big up to you all, chin chin. Oh, almost dropped the glass. That'd have proven the point, I think. Big up to everybody.
High tolerance level, sir. You've got a high tolerance level.
Oh dear, oh dear. Right, guys. Shall we see what what you got there? He-Man. What's in the He-Man drink though, Johnny boy? What's important? What's in the cup?
Oh,
the cup. What's in the cup?
You'll be like Damien when they went past the church, if I tell you.
White rum.
It's triple mint tea.
Triple mint tea. No. All right. Is that good? Is that good for detox or something? Is it?
Fuck knows. Just tastes nice.
No, you just like it. All right.
Yeah.
It's a normal mint tea with 2 polos.
Yeah,
It's
fair
got a
enough.
hole in it. As long as it ain't got a hole in the bottom, I'll be all right.
Do you know some people are going to watch that stream back at 2 times speed, and they're then going to see like, well, what's quicker than drum and bass? Dubstep or something. Like there's going to be someone's going to be watching it at 4 times speed.
No, I tried it. I tried it. I did try it actually. You can't make it. It's too fast. Because there's words in it. You know, there's like obviously speeches from like the Reagan one and the Obama one. But when that beat drops, when the Obama bit comes in, the Flat Earth Society bit, I was like, wow, what have I stumbled across here?
Yeah.
Let's play it backwards. It's probably saying Sean loves Satan.
Yeah. Talk to me, dead man. Talk to me, dead man.
Do you know what? Do you know what? You know, so I used to know this guy in I've spoken about him before. This guy in Australia who sort of fell in love with this spiritual woman, and I went up to see them in on my return trip, and they lived in the mountains, and they would like, you know, go and pick mushrooms and stuff, and you know, basically, by the time I left, they cleansed my aura or the room I was in by burning sage, all this sort of stuff. They oh, hang on. They always used to tell me that like if things keep sticking out to you, if you keep noticing things, then there's a reason why you keep noticing them. Like if you're looking, and it's sort of like self-fulfilling. Once you start looking for a red car, you're going to see loads of red cars, that kind of thing. All the time recently, I'm not even joking, but all the time, if I'm putting my phone on charge, I've got this big giant block, this big giant like charging block. I stick it on, I walk out the room, I come back a couple of hours later, an hour and a half later, and the battery is charging up. And just as I look at it for the first time since I put it on plug at 0%, it's suddenly on 66.6%. right? And then my battery on my laptop, I look at it for the first time, it's on 66%. Everywhere I go, if I look at the game right now, I did it a minute ago, it just changed, but I hadn't looked at the game very much, turned it on, 66th minute. I'm getting a little bit worried about the amount of times I'm seeing the 66 or the 666. I'm getting a little bit worried as to why it is that everywhere I turn, there's 66. So I wouldn't be surprised, John, if I did play that song backwards and it said something about the Satan, you know?
Yeah.
And when you turn on the Star Wars film, Revenge of the Sith, as soon as you turn it on, you hear Darth Sidious go, "Execute Order 66."
Exactly. And that's what I'm worried about. I don't know why. Got no idea.
The universe is giving you some signs.
Yeah, but what's it telling me?
You're about to be a Freemason.
There was 60. I looked just looking at the amount of people that are watching. There was 66 people watching 2 seconds ago. Now there's 63. What the fuck is going on?
It's saying that you love Satan.
Yeah,
well,
they're inviting you in. They're inviting you in, Sean. They're trying to get you in.
Oh,
Marcy said, "Was that
pay me some money?
Pay me
Pay me 66 grand or 66 million or something, and I'll get on board it. But don't throw me these fucking signals unless you're going to make my life better, Satan, or I'm not buying what you're fucking offering, bro. You know, I'm not going to drink out of your fucking fruit juice. What was that?
66 quid.
66 quid, exactly. Yeah. 666 means value your time. What does that mean? It means I'm dying soon. Fuck it hell. Source is nice. Source is fun. He's come in saying I'm already smashed, and he's now telling me that I'm on a. He's saying you're running out of time, bro. You're running out of time. Is that what he means in numerology? Because I think because Satan is 666, right? And the god of Saturn was the god of time, chronology or whatever. Means you're dying. 666 super chats coming. Now we're talking. Now we are talking. So I like to see. Right, let's kick the show off, shall we, guys? So we should pick a random. I've got 100 videos lined up. You can pick a random one of them, shall we? And see where we go. All right. Again, I haven't looked at them. I just downloaded them ages ago, and I just uploaded them.
Black noise. Yeah. Black noise is something that Barrow's got very interested in. It's intriguing. Well, no, it's the one facet of black noise is that everything, like a glass, if an opera singer hits a particular note, the vibrations are that of the metabolism of the glass, and it cracks it. Yeah. So black noise is the register within which you can crack a city or people, or it's a new controlled bomb. It's a noise bomb, in fact, which can destroy.
Is it a real thing? I mean, is it something that's actually somebody's experimenting with?
In France.
Could a tyrant use it to...
Well, until last year, you could buy the patent for it in the French patent office for about equivalent to $3-4.
And it would wipe out it's concentrated...
It depends how much money you put into it. I mean, a small one could probably kill about half the people here, but a big one could destroy a city, or even more. I mean,
it's a
radio tomography with 30 watts, looking for oil in the ground. I found 26 oil wells over a 9-state area, and 100% of the time was accurate with just 30 watts of power beaming straight into solid rock. HARP uses 1 billion watts beamed straight into the ionosphere for experiments. Picture these strings on the piano as layers of the earth. Each one has its own frequency. What we used to do is beam radio waves into the ground, and it would vibrate any strings that were present in the ground. We might get a sound back like, and we'd say, that's natural gas. We might get a sound back like, and we say that's crude oil. We were able to identify each frequency. We accomplished this with just 30 watts of radio power. If you with 1 billion watts, the vibrations are so violent that the entire piano would shake. In fact, the whole house would shake. In fact, the vibrations could be so severe underground that could even cause an earthquake.
This isn't an area I'm too familiar with. Either of you guys, I believe this, by the way. I definitely believe in solumescence and cymatics and all that sort of thing. But because I know that you can crack a glass by or whatever at the right frequency. So I'm sure at the right volume, then those sorts of things can be the kind of consequences can be amplified. Any thoughts on it, guys? What David Bowie's saying? There's a some sort of patent out there that you could fuck around with people's lives?
Frequencies is something we don't understand. This is actually David Bowie there. He looked like the Joker from Batman in that skit there, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But the frequencies were something that were used for healing. Going back to the churches we spoke about in one of the previous episodes, they had the perfect harmonic frequencies, which was conducted by the organs, so that many years ago in the Tartarian Empire, the churches were actually used as healing centers based off of frequencies. Also, as well, the frequencies is what we spoke about when I spoke about the Coral Castle, the guy in Florida who was able to master levitation of heavy material by frequency. So there's a lot of it we don't understand. But it's on my whiteboard. I'm actually doing a lot of research into frequencies and the benefits of understanding them.
John, familiar with this one?
Yeah, I've not seen that video though. I don't know what you're talking about, buying a patent for black noise.
Well, I think he's just saying that it's a weapon. Essentially, he's just saying that it's a like you can use frequency as a weapon to kill people, and the other guy's saying you can use it as a weapon to cause earthquakes. I genuinely believe that HAARP is that they're up to no good at all with HAARP. Like I think HAARP, if you connect the like doing shit in the ionosphere, and believe that it doesn't like affect things that have been in the atmosphere below it, like I think you're delusional. But also I think that they're pumping all that crap in the sky, right? All of the different, chemtrails and all those things that they're saying is not. Oh no, it's just condensation. It isn't condensation. You look up on a clear day, and if they've like messed around with your particular location, then they are. It looks like they're playing tic-tac-toe over your like. There's like you can see the noughts and crosses. Like you can see the lines. It's like there's clearly grid systems of crap. So I reckon that all those metals that they're pumping out, then the ionosphere is like sucking those metals up into the upper atmospheres. What they're doing with it, I don't know. I'm sure they, some people say it's all bullshit. You ask Grok. By the way, I had another raging argument with Grok earlier about who funded World War II. It was brilliant, but yeah, like what they, some people, some like official experts say that they're not doing anything with the whole idea of chemtrails and the HAARP is all bullshit. And there's other official articles that are now going, yeah, they are, but they're doing it to like try to reflect the sunlight away to stop global warming, and like absolute nonsense. For me, they are. That is, if there is global warming and it's like man-made, yeah, it is man-made. It's just not me and you dropping a bit of plastic on the ground. It's the people, the man-made stuff that the black ops projects are doing to fuck around with their experiments in the sky, whatever they're doing it for, to hide the real sun or to create climate change. I don't know, whatever.
I think the chemtrails are to drop chemicals on people. I think they're purposely dropping chemicals so it lands on crops, people. It's becomes part of people's everyday lives. But I don't think the HAARP program necessarily is too involved in all of that. I think their objective is to shoot things into the sky. The planes do the chemtrailing. Like the straight lines when we were kids, there was no straight line clouds. But if you watch a chemtrail from when it's dispersed from maybe a few hours later, you can actually see it sort of gradually dropping down and getting bigger. But it's horrible. Whatever they're up to, mate, is definitely scandalous and it should be stopped. But if they wanted to stop it and climate change was a real thing, they would stop private Learjets flying around all the world. All these rich people wouldn't be allowed to have jets. Obviously, they'd be highly taxed, but they don't stop the things that they say are causing it. So for me, it's just a form of control.
Yeah, but they're dropping it on themselves as well, though, right? Unless everyone that's on the inside have been given some antidote to the consequences of them. And maybe this is what you were talking about, John, like the heavy metals removal juice that you take, right? Because most of that stuff that's most of those chemicals that are in the cloud seeding they are like different forms of metals, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
You said barium and was it barium and
aluminium?
Aluminum phosphates in it. Sorry, go on, John.
There's loads of stuff in there you don't want in your body.
Lead.
It's all around anyway, isn't it? It's from car fumes, factory fumes, you name it. It's everywhere. You can't get away from it. Unfortunately, all you can do is just help your body to sort of get it out and maintain as low level as possible. But yeah,
Well,
talking about frequencies, everything is frequency and energy, isn't it? If we're going to get into that sort of side of things, it's everything's vibrating at certain frequencies. So how we're being affected by what the frequencies are that are around us is probably something that we, like you were saying, Nikos, that we don't know as much about as we're told, as that's shared with us. So yeah,
influence has been destroyed. I think there was an understanding of it in the previous civilizations, but this civilization has been kept away from understanding what it is, which is why they've systematically destroyed the bells at the churches. You know, the churches have been dismantled, the organs are dismantled, things that would have been a crucial part of the healing frequency. You know, technology has been removed, so now we don't have the benefits.
Organs heal you? Did you say?
Sorry,
you say organs heal you?
Yeah, now what they used to do in the old churches, the big organs were there, so that they can do the resonant sounds through, and it would echo through if you was inside the church, it would bounce around the church, and it would be some sort of type of healing technology. That's why those gigantic organs are there. But they've over the last 50 years removed all the organs. Most churches now don't even have organs anymore. There's not an organ.
Probably what they were called it. They were healing organs internally.
No,
they called it an organ, was it?
Probably.
You know, I was thinking about this the other day, right? Actually, I think about this morning. I was listening to I put on Channel 4, and they had like a church, like a mass going on, and I was like, it looks nice. And then they all got up to sing a hymn, and I was like, yeah, oh God, adore him, oh come, let us adore him. And I'm like, what they need to do to re-energize the Christian church in the UK is get on Suno.ai, right, and get an absolute banger of it, like modernize the hymns, mate. You know, like if everyone was up like a fucking Jesus, yeah, he's a legend, yeah, he's a man more than that. Like, and everyone would fucking sing it like they do it in the black churches in like New Orleans and all that stuff. But like I'm saying, bring that fucking energy back to the Christian church in the UK, rather than old women singing like carols and hymns. I ain't going around. I'm not joining on that band. I'm not on that band. That's boring. You can still have the same message, but fucking get Suno AI. Use AI for good. You know, use AI for good. That's what I'm going to do tonight. Actually, I'm going to create a new hymn after this show, and I'm going to launch it on this platform, on this channel, on the next show. Okay, that's what we're doing. 2026 is the year of bringing back bangers to the Christian church. What are we saying?
Send it to the Archbishop of Canterbury and see if she takes it. Copyright it first.
If she likes the sound of your organ.
Have lots of rainbows and unicorns and stuff like that.
But you understand what I mean, though. I'd go to like a party in a church if there was some really good music we could all get on board. You know, like I'd love to go to a church in the deep south where everyone, like the black gospel singers are up there back like dancing around, really getting into two-stepping. I could get on board it. I don't care what the lyrics are about. I'm fine with it. But like, if you're asking me to sing "Oh Come Let Us Adore Him" or whatever it's called, sorry, like nah, you know.
Well, like the old Kenny Everett thing, the old brotherly love with the massive hands.
Yeah,
you remember that? brotherly love.
I like that stuff. I like that stuff. I like going to here. Obviously, in Spain, you know, they have quite a lot of that. You know, still going on. I went to the church the other night, and they had like all the singers and stuff like that. I personally enjoy it. I don't know if it's for whatever reason, but I like hearing people singing in churches.
Yeah, okay, maybe have about an entree and like just throw in a couple of bangers, a little bit of dubstep, Jesus dubstep, you know.
Send them the rabbit hole jingle. Send them the rabbit hole jingle.
Sneak that into there.
I might, because on Suno you can put your own lyrics in, and then you can ask them for your themes, right? What is it? What are the themes you want? I'll say gospel dubstep.
Can we hack Eugene's local synagogue?
Do they sing songs in the synagogue?
Well, I will do if we hack it with the 2 times dubstep rabbit hole ramblings jingle.
Not sure. I'm sure you.
I am 100% going to get myself a Suno AI gospel dubstep remix talking about Jesus dub. Yeah, Jesus dub. 100%. Oh, anyway, let's move on, shall we?
Remember the old Coming to America?
Yeah, the Eddie
Remember that
Murphy
film
movie.
when they,
Yeah, the raw penis is clean. That one.
yeah, but not that scene specifically. I'm talking about, you know, the church
Let's be
scene.
honest, that's the scene that every single young boy remembers from that particular film, right?
Yeah, that's the dream.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. All right, let's move on. Let's see where we're going with this one. Random pick. Rosh. AI watching you, AI cameras watching you and watching, reading your body language, looking into your work ethic.
Scary.
Yeah.
I'm lazy. If I had a job, I'd be kicked out anyway.
Yeah, same.
Imagine that.
John?
It says, Sean, you are on your second cider.
Surely if I just pour a glass of like vodka and lemonade, it's not that good. It can tell from the fucking camera what we're doing with here. Just out of curiosity, though, I just want to watch that again for a split second because I reckon that it's not even in 4K, right? Like the video's 1080, the video's 1080p, and yet it's good enough to be able to figure out what's going on. I don't know about that. But it's probably happening. You know.
Probably just his colleague dobbing him in, isn't it? Saying he's a lazy fucker. He's not doing any work, and we're getting paid the same money.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone said in the chat, could you imagine that on Brennan Johnson? Fucking hell, the machine would go bloody haywire and overheat like my laptop.
He needs someone to give him some tips. If you're going to be skiving off work, don't put your feet on the desk. At least make it look like work.
RoboCop would come on, wouldn't it? That bloody great big thing that goes Brennan Johnson 20 seconds to fucking move up and down the wing, and it'd like go like that, and then it'd go fucking shoot at the bastard.
It's like in the Simpsons episode. It's the Simpsons episode when the lie detector test, and they're asking whether or not Homer Simpson understands. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's have another look. See where we're going now. This one. Let's have a look. Let's have a little look. See what we're doing here. Random shit.
I'm not saying anything strange or demonic or evil is happening with major celebrities, but after you watch this video, you may wonder what the common theme is here. Zach Brown Band, remember the latest video with him? That was freaking shocking, dude. I'm talking demonic stuff. Katy Perry, look at her at the top. And there she is. I mean, they all seemingly do this. And maybe the going theory, Migos too, wow. The going theory is that they had to make a deal to get that famous when they were at the top. And part of that deal is doing this once you're famous. Like, you gotta do it. And someone once said, it's kind of like, look, Little Yachty, you know what they say? It's, you get to a point in your career where if you don't join the club, you say goodbye to the fame and fortune that you were dreaming of. And that's the only way to get there. Oh, gosh. Don't even get me started on The Weeknd, dude. The Weeknd, in the background of one of his performances in the Netherlands, it literally said Satan on the board for one split second. Someone paused it. So you got to wonder, dude, are these rituals, are these... I mean, what do you even think about it? Oh, yeah. Megan Fox, of course. Tyler, the Creator, he was into some pretty dark stuff as well. Kesha, oh, yeah. Pentagram, no big deal there. Mr. Beast, oh, yeah. No shit when he did that on the with Rockefeller there. The Devil Horns. Rihanna, we all know this. Where's Beyonce on here? Lil Wayne, oh, damn, he did go satanic too. Sam Smith, holy crappers. Talk about a glow up, man. Taylor Swift, we know she went down the rabbit hole as well. Of course, Beyonce. I knew she'd be on there. Where's Jay-Z? He should be on here too. We know he's up to, something. I don't know that I miss any of them. I'm just like, it's clear that something's going on with them. You don't want to worship celebrities, by the way. It actually is a form of, it's indicative of lower IQ, people who worship celebrities and whatnot. So what's this, man? I mean, we're talking holographic. None of this is love and light. None of this is love, light, happiness, prosperity, organicness. It's clear to be negative. It's clearly negative intent. Let me know your thoughts below and follow for more.
I've not heard of many of that lot.
You know, you haven't?
No, not many of them.
You've heard of Sam Smith, though, right?
Yeah. Oh, his voice is fucking annoying. Sounds like he's been.
Mate, he's turned in. He was like.
Voice.
I'm not sure. Like, obviously, he's gay, right? But
really,
yeah,
no.
He weren't gay. He weren't gay when he started.
But he went. He's changed so. Like, I mean, all of them. I want to ask you this. I think we all know that all celebrities end up going in this weird direction, whether it's like humiliation rituals or whether it's, you know, worshiping the devil, whatever. But do you actually think like they sign, like before they sign their record label, do you think like someone actually says to them, like legit conversation, like imagine if one of you guys was a talented musician that had blown up. I mean, Justin Bieber, right? Everyone talks about Justin Bieber and how he was like, when he was 14, 13, he was on YouTube, right? He blew up on YouTube doing a cover of a song by Usher, and then Usher saw it, signed him up or whatever, and put him. And Usher obviously was under Bad Boy, I think, which is P Diddy's record label. And then obviously now everyone talks about how Justin Bieber was like, you know, horrible things happened to Bieber throughout his career and stuff. But do you think these people are actually like spoken to by someone who says, look, this is what's actually happening. You can carry on figuring it out for yourself, but you won't go anywhere. You'll disappear and become anonymous again. And do you really want to give up all the girls, all the money, all the cars, all the things that you've had a nice little sample of, like you taste a taste of the good life? Or do you think that it's just like a slow, like there's not an actual thing where they cut their finger and sign their name in blood? Or do you think it's legit real, or just sort of like an implied thing?
Yeah, I think that it's obviously a very small amount of people become millionaires through music and films and stuff. So, you know, just to sort of straight off the bat, it's a very small select circle of people. It's like a very small number of people that actually become hugely successful. So I think they're given the ultimatum at the beginning. They said, look, you know, we'll sign you up, we'll give you a record deal, but this is the rules. There's a producer and a creative director, and the people that create all the movies and the videos that go with your music, for example, these are the people in charge. You just do the music, you get paid this much money, happy days, see you later. Oh, we got a deal. And they go, yeah, okay, we'll sign a deal. They don't sign over in blood then. But I think what happens is
so it's not an actual blood sacrifice.
No, I think what happens is they kind of like go through like that kind of like treading the water period through their early stages of their careers. And then at some point, like, you know, like for example, Beyonce in Destiny's Child, like when they first started, I can't imagine like the first years of Beyonce, like because she was so young, so naive, that would have been something that was forced upon her. You've seen this rapid change in like her later years. Same thing with Britney Spears, for example, like good examples. It's like in their early days, they get these deals, they make the money, but then at some point something changes, and this is when they all go crazy, you know. Like I just think it's something they get to later on when they get super successful. It's probably like a level they get to when they're like, okay, we'll make some money. Like good example, Michael Jackson is probably a good example. You know, when he was really, really young, he probably wasn't involved with all of this stuff, but as he got older, he was exposed to these circles of control that run these industries.
He was doing all that shit when he was in the Jackson 5, when he was a kid.
Yeah.
So you're saying that stuff is just being told what to do by the photographer,
yeah, it's like,
the creative director, yeah?
Exactly. Same as in the movies, for example. Take away from music, let's go to movies. Someone like Harvey Weinstein, for example, you know, who would be on the inside track. He would produce his movies in a certain way. Tim Burton, Stephen King, you know, these people are on the inside track, and they produce their movies in such a way where this subliminal messaging is in the production, and the actor is just paid to act, and this is what is in the script, this is what they said to say, you know, good thing like that. You know, like I think they're just, again, I think they're kind of naive to it at the beginning, but it's probably like an inside joke. I think as you get bigger in these circles, I think you probably realize the people you're surrounded with are actually higher up in the level, and you just accommodate yourself in there. I don't think it's something. I don't think you say, okay, mate, yeah, welcome to the inside track, but let's pick your finger, let's sign your blood over, and then free on outwards, you're a devil worshipper. Because I think a lot of people will be like, whoa. So it's probably a little bit more like dip the toe in.
I don't disagree, but I definitely think I think a lot of them are probably, especially hip hop artists, John. I think a lot of them say like, you know, like fucking sign me up, bro. Like I can't. I've got a shit life, bro. Like if you send me back to the life I came from after having like coming out of the hood, like whatever, and then they make a couple of songs or whatever, they start to blow up a little bit, and then they experience the good life, going to the parties, getting all the girls, having a nice car, big gold watch, big gold chain, whatever it is that they're into, and then someone says, "Look, you like this, right? Okay, so this is what we do here. You know, you haven't got to believe it, but we need you to do this. It might not be real, but that's what we need you to kind of commit to. Either that, or you compromise yourself in the kind of the homosexual stuff."
Like in the music industry in particular, you notice the change in the music. Like someone like Eminem is a good example. When I was young, he was like the most popular artist in like the youth culture, and you know his music was very disturbing, but there was nothing about really the devil in his music. There was nothing about selling his soul out. There was nothing about deals. You know, it was just like real traumatic music from someone who was just making it in the industry. And at some point, like a few years down the line, like his third album, it started to change. You know, and it's become about devil worshipping. It become about, you know, subliminal messaging and subconscious programming. And I think somewhere that happens down the line, maybe it's to do with like protecting the inner circles as well. Maybe they think, let's see how far we can trust them, how successful they get. Maybe it's like an induction period they go through with these executives and people that actually run all this stuff. They're like, okay, yeah, he's made his money. We owe him a lot of money. You know, like Michael Jackson, for example, you know, got to a point where they owed him so much bloody money, they had to either bring him in or kill him, you know, like. But yeah, I think it's like a gradual thing rather than like a nothing to everything.
Yeah, fair enough. What are you saying, John?
Yeah, it's not like they're straight in from like zero to now they're doing some sort of gig like covered in blood, is it? And horns all over them. It seems to be a slow burn process.
They all go the same way though, don't they?
Yeah, it'd make a bloody good film though, wouldn't it? Can you imagine doing like a film about it? You know, how someone has gone from, you know, the ghetto to actually performing in front of thousands of people and how they got there. You know, that'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Because you could be really creative with that, couldn't you? And people are probably going to like think it's just for entertainment purposes, but then other people are going to think, oh, there's probably a lot that's realistic about that.
Well, that's the whole point. A lot of people say that they have to put it out there in movies to let you know what's really going on, right? Like Eyes Wide Open sort of thing. You know, they have to
Eyes Wide Shut.
Sorry, Eyes Wide Shut. Sorry, yeah, Eyes Wide Shut. All that sort of stuff is. But the guy was Stanley Kubrick, wasn't it?
Stanley Kubrick, it's his last movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, the rumours are that it was a lot more revealing than what they cut it as.
Apparently, there was like a 20-minute deleted scene as well from that movie that went even further into the weird stuff. You know,
they didn't like what he put out there. That movie was like not actually like set to be released, but he released it. I think he had like a sort of a conscious awakening where he wanted to try and like, I don't know if it was like a joke where he wanted to try and like tell people what was going on, but it was too obvious and they didn't like it. And I don't know how long after that movie was produced, but he died like a year or two later, I think.
Yeah. I genuinely think there's so many musicians and actors and that all say like, I sold my soul to the devil, you know, in various forms, right? Like Snoop Dogg said it, Kanye said it, Eminem said it, Katy Perry said it, Lady Gaga said it. It's just there's too many examples of them talking about Lucifer and devil worship, and it's just for it to all be like a random coincidence, unless it's all just one big fucking giant joke. But then every time you watch a Super Bowl halftime show or something that's at a stadium, every single event, and what's the phrase? Energy goes where attention flows, right? So, or energy flows where attention goes. So, like when there's a billion people watching the Super Bowl, and then they do some sort of like, you know, esoteric ritual, then obviously a billion people are essentially watching the ritual, and that kind of just sucks the energy and gives the energy to these bad forces, these evil dark forces that are out there. Like I genuinely do believe that there are demonic forces and entities that are out there, and I think that this notion that they feed off of, you know, their sustenance is low vibrational energy. Talking about vibrations before, right, in music and harmonies, that sort of thing. I genuinely do believe that you know that's one of the reasons why they do what they do to children, without saying anything weird. But like I think all those things is because it's for them it's like a fucking line of cocaine is is the pain and terror that's caused to innocence.
Yeah, a lot of it's energy harvesting, but some of the most popular artists out there, such as Taylor Swift, Travis Scott, Madonna, going back a few years, they would always do their concerts on ley lines and crossings of ley lines.
Right.
So it makes sense that if you're going to hypothetically harvest energy, you do them in certain locations. And it always seems to be that if you can get a map of the ley lines where these concerts always seem to be, it seems to coincide that they've always seemed to be coincidentally on a crossing of a ley line, rather than just some random sporadic place, you know. But some of the most major cities are built on these ley lines. Obviously for the same
How many
purpose.
ley lines? The ley lines are global, though, aren't they?
Yeah, everywhere. Yeah.
But is there lots of ley lines?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one on the road
maximum
from here.
Is what?
There's one along over the other side of the farmland from here that crosses along.
Yeah.
Just to cross where the ley lines meet.
Up there.
What's that?
Do you ever see anything weird up there?
There's weird stuff that goes on in here. Yeah, most of the time.
It's where the ley lines cross, where the power is harvested, where they cross. So like there's ley lines that go around the world everywhere, and there's maps you can get online. But yes, it's where the crossings are. So where they two ley lines meet.
Yeah, they're called a vortex. But some of the most well-known churches and cathedrals in London run along a ley line there, and none of them were bombed in the war.
Yeah. And probably on container buildings.
Why were they not targeted with bombs?
Yeah, there's something to it.
Wasn't the bombing a little bit more carpet bombing, like when they're just flying planes over the top and just dropping shit? They didn't have radar on their bombs back then, did they?
No, but they avoided certain places.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they would have all been bloody burnt and bombed to shit, wouldn't they? Like St Paul's Cathedral, why was that not bombed to shit?
You'd think it was one of the first things on the list, wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's bomb their churches, the place where they gather and so on. Screw up their morale. But yeah, where they cross their vortexes, that's where I think Avebury, Stonehenge, I think, is there. That's why there's Avebury and Stonehenge not far from each other.
I wouldn't be surprised if something like Westminster Abbey was on a ley line as well. I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere there important like Buckingham Palace and these sort of types of important places in England, they're probably all on vortex ley line crossings.
Yeah, let's look it up because I'm sure it is.
Map of ley lines.
Churches in London.
Okay, here we go.
See if we can get one in London. But things like St Paul's Cathedral, I would think that some of the most important building structures that are like don't really have a really good explanation why they're there or how long they've been there. These probably been left for a reason.
Yeah, have a look. What's this one?
Now, Abbey of Canterbury in the east and Cistercian monastery site of Abbey-Dore in the west. Alignment broadly follows the Roman road of Watling Street and passes through the principal sites of Canterbury Cathedral, Rochester Cathedral, Greenwich, Bermondsey, Downing Street, Bulstrode, Downing Street.
There you go.
Bulstrode Hill Fort, Gloucester Cathedral, Abbey-Dore. That's the big major one that crosses. There's a big X. And there's there we go. Yeah, there's one going through London that goes St James's Palace, Westminster Abbey, Houses of Parliament, Southwark Cathedral, West Brompton Cemetery, Kensington Palace, Park Crescent, Canterbury Tower, Holywell Mount, St Paul's, Southwark Cathedral, Tower of London, Greenwich and Caesar's Well.
What's the here you go. This centre point must be some crazy shit that happens on
There'll be loads of rituals happens there. There'll be loads of rituals that happen at that meeting point. Wherever that is.
Where's that point? Meeting point. It's in the middle of a field.
That's the vortex point in the middle. That's
look at the circle there. Look at the circle.
What is that? Yeah, what is that circle there? It's crazy.
Yeah, that's probably quite old. Can you?
That is like a fucking centrical. What do they call them? Centric line? They're centric circles. No, concentric.
That's probably where the energies affected the land.
There will be rituals there, 100%. Even though it's in the middle of the field, in the middle of nowhere, miles from everything, they'll still be on set time on a solstice. There'll be people there in cloaks doing rituals on that field. I bet you.
Should we go and have a night at the Arbor B&B, Johnny boy?
Let me write it down. What's it called? Put it on the whiteboard. What's it called?
Arbor Bed and Breakfast.
Arbor Bed and Breakfast. Where is it?
That is near Parsley Hay.
Parsley Hay. I'll find it and I will put that on the whiteboard, mate.
It's in Derby. It's between Sheffield and Derby.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's decent 2.5 hour drive from me. But that looks like it's a big time thing.
Yeah, that'll be something. There'll be lots of, like, if you go online, I bet if you can go on to YouTube or Twitter and type in ritual at that location, get the there you go.
Look up the Isle of Moy is obviously another one.
Isle of Moy.
Yeah. Isle of Moy rituals. Have a look. I'm not doing it right now. Isle of Moy rituals. The Isle of Moy, connected to Clan Macintosh, has historical rituals tied to Jacobite defiance, like Colonel Anne's ploy at Moy Hall, and potential ancient sacred geography, but specific Moy rituals largely refer to historic events or modern spiritual interpretations of its landscape, like alignments in a Scotland pentagram, rather than ongoing communal rites through general Scottish traditions like whatever that word means, and clan gatherings persist.
And the sanctity land crossings.
Yeah.
But the rituals happen there. The
Monster of Moy, a fictionalized account, features a dream vision involving a ghostly figure and a curse, touching on Celtic themes, though not a real ritual.
The Monster of Moy.
The Rout of Moy, a famous historical event, not a ritual, but a cunning act of deception by Anne Macintosh, who was Colonel Anne, who used noise and shouting to scare off government troops, saving Bonnie Prince Charlie at Moy Hall.
Charlie.
Interesting stuff. See how we stumble across random shit. See how we stumble across random. We have to look into this. We're gonna do a field trip. I'm gonna go and do a field trip to those lines.
In a field.
In a field, yeah.
Taking it back to London, taking it back to London. London's obviously like a relevant one that people can kind of like comprehend. Like the things I mentioned there, like Westminster Abbey, 10 Downing Street, St Paul's Cathedral, they all lay on this ley line.
Didn't know it was Ley, L-E-Y. Let's have a look. Invisible energy pathways connecting ancient and significant sites, proposed by Alfred Watkins and explored through psychogeography, linking places like the Tower of London, Greenwich, and prehistoric mounds through although archaeologists view them as modern interpretations of landscape patterns rather than ancient energy grids. Popular ley line theories suggest alignments like the Canterbury line on Watling Street, or lines connecting John Dee spots on the Isle of Dogs, which is Canary Wharf, revealing hidden historical layers through walks and explorations. There you go.
I was actually married in Canterbury Cathedral and I lived in Rochester. So my whole life I've spent on that ley line without realising it.
Bloody hell. That explains a lot.
It does, it does.
Now, there's a St Paul's Cathedral ley line, St Clement Danes, these are all churches, the Temple Church, St Paul's Cathedral, St Helens in Bishopsgate, and St Dunstan's in Stepney. God blimey, Governor, there's a ley line going through all of them.
We need to do an episode of ley lines.
The lines are a little bit just like randomly, like, you know, if you put 3 maps on you put 3 points on any map and you create a triangle. You know,
there's something to it.
Yeah, we'll look into it. We're guessing right now.
We should do a whole episode on the ley lines as well. And also, we should do ley lines on a flat map and also a round map and see if there's a difference in between the two.
See, I knew how long it was going to take.
I'm saying, like, if you're gonna map stuff, at least map it both ways. So maybe it makes sense one way, maybe it doesn't make sense another way. You know, like,
there you go, lads and ladies in the chat. Who had less than 50 minutes on the first mention of the word flat on the?
Bingo.
Wasn't even Susie
Bingo.
or Eugene either. They normally bring it up themselves, but you've done it.
It was accidental. It was accidental. It wasn't meant to be like that. But I'm just saying, if we're gonna do an episode on ley lines, like let's look at both possibilities, you know, and it might make more sense on one.
I'm joking. Listen, I'm happy to talk about flat Earth. I am more than happy to talk about flat Earth. I find it fascinating. I find it absolutely fascinating. I know that obviously Eugene and Susie and Perchy and other people that come on are not always into it. I'm more than open-minded. I'm not married to any particular shape. I'm not married to any shape. I find it difficult. I find it difficult to like just contemplating. I get this. I get the story. I get the idea behind it. But I just feel like something like that is such a massive game changer.
Yeah.
That I feel like it would be provable either way. Like I don't think there'd be a doubt. But listen, I 100% hear you and agree with you guys that that you have to trust. It's a lot of trust me, bro, on both sides of the coin on that one.
Oh, there's a ley line that's literally over the other side of the farmland from here. It cuts across this road.
You got a ley line near you?
Yeah.
I wonder if there's one near me. I wonder if the shadow is part of the ley line.
Maybe. Yeah. I'm going to see if there's a ley line here as well. There's probably a ley line here going through centre of Barcelona, I would think.
Well, there's definitely. I remember in that book that I read, the Da Vinci Code, the Greenwich Mean Time, right? Like that line, and it's legit. Like if you go down the Champs Elysees, every like 50 yards, there are these gold like sort of studs in the ground that represent part of one of these ley lines or whatever, and like as the road bends round to the left, the stud's in the middle of the road for the next one, and then on the next one it's the other side of the road, and the one after that it goes through a building and shit. So like they're definitely lining out something that is important to someone for them to have gone out of their way to like make these have these like badges or whatever that are in the middle of the street all the way down for like miles and miles and miles. So and then you keep going, it will go through, I don't know, Stonehenge and all this shit like that. You know, there's definitely something to someone somewhere thought it was important that particular line be continually marked out all the way down the throughout France and up from France into the UK, etc. So
yeah,
well, there's towns and cities over here, aren't there, that end with LEY, like Burnley.
Yeah. Yeah. Tweeting some of the names.
Yeah.
So there's so many though. It's not like just there's a couple of lines across the whole country. There's like every town's got like loads of them. So
the Rose line, yeah. That's it. The Rose line, richest man. The Rose line. And then it goes all the way up to Roslin Cathedral. Roslin Chapel or whatever in Scotland.
Yeah, you go, Rose.
Yeah. What's that?
You should do an episode on it. Let's put on the whiteboard. Let's all do some research into it, and let's do an episode on ley lines because I think that's important.
Yeah, 100%. I'm enjoying it. But yeah, we need to go and educate ourselves a bit more. Shall we? Let me do a couple of super chats, and then we can move into the next video, guys. Smash the like button, guys. Smash if you are here. There's 95 people here. We love you for it. Smash the granny out of the like button. Hit the subscribe and all that stuff. Really appreciate you. Daniel Phil, big up to you, Daniel, with a super sticker, £2 super sticker. Big up to you, my man. Choo to you. I don't have the what was that, John?
Big up. I was just saying, big up Daniel Field.
Oh, big up Daniel Field. Big up Daniel Field. Big up to you, my man.
That's not punching him, by the way. That's like fist bump.
Fist bump emoji. Very cool, you, Daniel. Thank you so much. And a really generous one from I'm just a sexy boy.
He needs to put an S on the end of his name.
He's what?
He needs to put an S. It's Shawn Michaels is the sexy boy, not Shawn Michael.
He's one of them. He's one of the sexy boys.
He probably is a sexy boy anyway.
Sure he is.
Sexy boy.
Yeah, there you go. Look, guys, there's where there's a big meeting of fucking hell. How many lines are there? There's a place called Ley Green right next to it, right above
Ley
it.
Green.
And that's not that far, actually. That's quite easy to get to if you want to go there and feel off your tits without anything, you know, illegal. That is in line with Stevenage.
Okay.
And that is, you go past Blackmore End and Kimpton, and it's called King's Walden.
Oh, there you go. And the Kings are always around there, aren't they? Kings are always going to be around the ley lines, the little gits. They're harvesting all their fun, all the energy for themselves, the miserable bastards.
Let me just put that in our private chat. Have a look. See if you can you get it up on the screen and show all the...
Yeah, I will. Let me do a super chat quickly. Mate, big up to you, official Sean Michael. Thank you so much. He says, Merry Christmas, lads. Best show on YouTube. Big up to you, man. That's awesome. Health and happiness to you all for 2026. And remember, I'm just a sexy boy. And Sean checked the email, made a song on Suno for you about the packet. I'll check it, mate. Thank you very much, Sean, mate. Really appreciate that, buddy. Very, very cool. Very generous as well, mate. It's going to go into the fund for Antarctica. Appreciate you very much indeed, mate. Appreciate you very much, buddy. What we're doing here, we're going to this thing. We're going to share this tab. Where are we going here? Where's the thing? This where we're going?
Where we going?
Yeah, see that one that runs through Colchester? That's the one that's over the farmland from here.
Which one runs from Colchester? Oh, this one here. This strong one on the right-hand side.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. See King's Walden?
Wow.
And look what's above it. Go back a bit, zoom out. Ley Green.
Oh, Ley Green. Ley Green.
They've hidden all this terminology from us. We're not meant to know this stuff.
We have to go and find out what's going on there, don't we?
Yeah, go to the one where I am. Go to Colchester, across there, to the right. That's it, that line. Keep going to the right. Keep going. Keep going. You're going to the far east now. Keep going. Yeah, and then go to the left a bit, to the left of Colchester, above Marks Tay. Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going to the right there. I see 8 Ash Green.
Yeah.
Right, zoom in there. See, look, Housestead Road, that's where I'm on. Fucking Housestead Road, it goes through it, look.
John, you just doxed yourself. You just doxed yourself.
Go back.
Oh, there. You're down here, are you?
Yeah, go back along.
Oh, I see. You're here.
See, look, it runs through the bloody road that I'm living on.
Do you live on Turkey Cock Lane?
Look, it's
Turkey Cock Lane.
Hey.
What a name! Turkey Cock Lane.
I'm often up Turkey Cock Lane.
That's fucking brilliant.
It is,
at Christmas as well. At Christmas, to bring that up at Christmas is perfect.
That is absolutely. Where's he going here? That is fucking brilliant. A road called Turkey Cock Lane.
Plenty of gobbling off goes down there.
Gobble, 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 gobble. Looks like a nice peaceful area though, John. Looks like a nice peaceful area. That meant too many neighbours.
That is absolutely sensational. Turkey Cock Lane.
Plenty of gizzards.
In my time. That's absolutely fantastic. Oh yeah, good times, good times, good times. All right, listen.
Down Turkey
give this out for the boys.
When you get a taxi, when you're drunk at night, do you say Turkey Cock Lane and the taxi driver gives you like a second look? Say, what, mate?
Yeah, he'll drop us off down there probably. And
that's some sort of like dogging word or dogging code.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know what you want, mate.
Yeah. All right, listen, that's interesting. An interesting side gig. We'll look into that in the future. Let's move on to see what I've got. I've got 100 videos here, so we'll just pick one random one. Let's have a look at this one, shall we? Sorry, that was just my fun. I was going to turn this. I was going to turn that into a spurt. I'm going to remove that. I shouldn't be there. Let's.
I'm going to put an apostrophe S after Turkey on Turkey Cock Lane on the road signs.
Nice. All right, let's pick a different one. Let's go for.
Fell in love with him so quickly.
Bullshit answer. When she first started this tour of hers, she said that she wasn't so sure. It took her some time because she thought she was going in for a job interview and was hit with, no, I want to date you.
Always say, baby, I don't care what time you get home.
This is an antidote she has on repeat.
Your food will never be cold. It might sit out for a little bit, but I'll reheat it. Don't get mad. We'll do it.
Gives these looks to the host sometimes, like, Did you buy that?
People today that are looking for their spouses.
Getting advice from a woman who was on a reality TV dating show.
Go get coffee, let's go get drinks, we never drank.
Where she did in fact have a drink in her hand.
Hits me hard is when I'm in the grocery store and I see his hot sauce. I want to buy it.
When is the last time you think that woman has been in a grocery store?
The goal for all of us, right?
I know.
You did, and he was taken. Because his parents are private.
Snapped right out of that moment.
His parents are private.
I don't trust her.
Nah, she's as guilty as sin, isn't she? Let's be honest. Like, there's something. Listen, I know that we shouldn't probably pick that one because that was probably saved for a show with Susie because she's massively into this one. I love that particular conspiracy as well. I love it because I don't buy it for a fucking second. And Charlie Kirk for me was one of the good guys. He might have had some sort of hard Christian views or whatever, and not all of them are going to be your cup of tea. But generally speaking, I think he was one of the sort of good guys generally. And but she is like filthy in her the energy that comes off her. To me, it stinks that she was in on it. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. I feel horrendous, right? Because she's lost her husband, but she got over that. She wasn't grieving. If your husband get the father of your 2 young children and you're pregnant with the third, you don't like roll out the red carpet and put on the razzle dazzle and come out within a couple of months. Like you say, I need 6 months off here. You know, I've got to go and mourn my husband. But she was like, and action. Hi everybody.
She was on a world tour like 2 weeks later. Like again, like if that was me in that situation and I was on the passed away and my partner was the one doing the road show, like I would be well pissed off. But there's something really off there, mate. Actually, Susie got me on to Candice Owens a little bit. I'm not a big fan. I think I mentioned before, but I've been doing a little bit digging into this one. And there's something like, again, I'm not going to get too ahead of myself, but when she's on the next show,
I'm not either because I think a lot of the stuff she says is like massive reaching. Like she had that geezer on who recently, one of her last shows, by the way, I know it's Christmas, so she might have taken a week off, but she disappeared. But she had this geezer on who was like an ex-army guy who he claims like 25, 30 years ago that he was a border force kind of guy, like protecting the border from Mexico, and that part of their routine search, they uncovered this tunnel that was used for drug trafficking, which is entirely plausible. And then basically he was like, well, we got to shut this one down. And he was basically told, no, you let it happen. He's like, what? No, I can't do that. And then basically he was then doxed by his chief or his commander or whatever. And I might be getting some of the details wrong here. But then apparently he's been harassed and threatened with death for 25 years by the cartels because he tried to shut down a tunnel or whatever else. And he wasn't given any protection by the army and all this stuff. And now he's come out and said, I happen to be at this army base that's used now for like not psyops, for like training the military on how to do certain things, intelligence basically. And then he was at this army convention 2 days at this army base, like a day or 2 days before Charlie Kirk got murdered, and that he saw Erica Kirk there with a congressman from Las Vegas and somebody else who was like, high up Mossad or whatever. And so she gets him on. He tells his story, and he's a boring guy to listen to. Like it takes forever to get to the point. Goes off on all these tangents, and and he's basically crying the whole time that his life's been ruined by these people that are like, that have been trying to kill him. And she sets up like a GoFundMe for him, and it raises like 20 grand or 50 grand or whatever else. And then other people have now come out and said, this guy's full of shit. If you really want to know the story behind him, his name is not Tom Smith. It was Tom Jones. He had to take his wife's maiden name because to protect himself. But the Tom Jones, you look him up, same geezer, he was a bad piece of work. He's a liar. He's a con man. He's a fraud. And so you've raised money for a fraud. Anyway, long story short, I don't fucking know, because I think Candice Owens is like, she's on one. Like she's got a bee in her bonnet and she's trying to, get like trying to make a lot of money out of it. But I think she's definitely on the right track, but I think she's too quick to just throw out any old accusation that supports the narrative without fully vetting it. But there's definitely something. That whole Charlie Kirk thing is nothing like a single shooter. You know, the magic bullet theory is basically JFK reincarnated again. You know.
I don't know about your guys, like you guys, but when like something like this comes across my radar, I always like my first thought process is where's the beneficiary? Like who benefits the most from this being a public scenario? Like that's always my first thought, and it's like that's where I start my investigation. Like, okay, who's going to benefit the most from this being public or this happening, and kind of dig down from there. But no, I did look into the Candice Owens stuff that Susie mentioned the other day, and the Erica, whatever her name was. Like, there's something that's just really.
Erica Frances was a Frances or something was her maiden name. Yeah, her parents were massively into. Her dad works for Boeing in the cyber division or something, and her mother works for some NGO that's also with Israeli intelligence. It wouldn't surprise me at all if she got a tap on her shoulder from her parents saying, "This is what's going to happen, and it's going to be good for the family." And
she's I'm sure Susie can clarify, but from what I can gather, she's come from money. But she's not very intelligent. I think she was a model or did one of these reality shows.
She did Miss Arizona. Or
no intended offense, but they're not notoriously the most intelligent people. They're quite easily compromised, I would think. So we'll dig Susie's opinions and stuff. But I looked into the Candy stuff, and it's kind of something that I kind of have stayed away from with the Charlie Kirk stuff. It doesn't really super interest me. But there's something I'm trying to figure out what the incentive is and who the beneficiaries are.
What are you saying, John?
Boring. All fake, all load of bollocks.
Okay, all right.
It's all bullshit theatre. All these people are actors. Did you?
Yeah, there's definitely acting going.
The other day, I'll see you in Valhalla.
Valhalla, yeah.
About Charlie Kirk, and apparently there's a place called Valhalla, not far away from there, and there's theories that it's like a safe house. That's all code.
Yeah, Valhalla's it's a place in New Zealand, I think. From what you sent me, I think I looked into it. It was a little bit. There's a place in New Zealand where it's a witness protection program.
Yeah, that's it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I will do another story in a second.
Any of these people, these politicians, these people in the public eye, they're all fucking actors, liars. They're all playing a part. They'll distract you from something. It's all it is. When people get into all of this and analyse it, I just ignore it. It's the same shit. Bollocks. Just ignore it. I sound like Johnny, don't I now?
Yeah, it's all bollocks, Sean. It's all bollocks, Sean.
It's all bollocks, Shawnee.
Bar humbug.
Balloons again.
I told you, Sean. I said it. Load of bollocks, Sean. Load of bollocks.
There's some merch. There's some merch. It's all bollocks. It's all bollocks, Sean.
Over a balloon.
Listen, we'll get back into something a bit more deeper and esoteric then. Now, I'm sure there's other. I don't know what they're all called, and I've uploaded these ages ago, so we'll find one in a second. Just quickly though, Koi72, massive thank you to you as well, my man. What a generous Christmas gift that is from you, mate. Have a beer later, he says. Great show and happy Christmas. And the drinks are there, the whiskey, mate. Thank you so much, buddy. It's so generous. You guys are amazing. We love it. I love doing this show with you guys. My favourite show. More fun than Spurs Talk Show. More fun than no disrespect, Sean, Johnny. No disrespect, mate, but more fun than talking about broader football. Spurs 5, bottom of the pile compared to Rabbit Hole. I love it with you guys, and thank you so much. Very, very, very generous, all of you guys today. Let's have another one, and let's go into this one, shall we? Let's pick one. Oh, I've got a picture of the moon. Should we have a look at the moon one?
Always.
Yeah? All right.
Always.
I'm not sure what it is.
The moon is a spaceship. It was built on Jupiter about 38 million years ago. Now, it doesn't have its own propulsion. It has to be towed. Our moon was towed into its orbit now about 15,000 years ago, just after the Ice Age. And when man first became aware of the skies, there was no moon, and then there was 2 moons, and then there was 1 moon. And we think that the 2 moons was the vehicle that towed our moon into space. Howard Menger wrote a book called From Outer Space to You, and when I read the book, I thought it was really great. Found out that not only he was invited up there, but there was a number of other people, scientists. They take them all around the moon. There's a train that travels to what he calls a copper highway, and he doesn't know how it goes, but it's very silent and goes very fast. Very nice people, very advanced, and like I say, they've taken thousands of people over the years. People don't say that, won't tell their story, because they know that they won't be believed. Our solar system, we're told by NASA there's 9 planets. There's actually 40. There's the Earth plus 39. And each of those planets has a civilization, and each of those planets has moons that have civilizations.
The Moon Towing Company lost me.
Well, so this is going to be a hard one for you guys. You guys don't believe that the moon is you think it's inside of the firmament, don't you?
It's a bit of a tough one. This is more Eugene Sally, to be fair. I think this one.
What are you saying,
Eugene
John?
would love this, wouldn't he?
He would have loved it, yeah. I'm surprised he hasn't popped up yet. He hasn't even been in the chat, though.
Come on, Eugene. Come on. We need you, mate. We need a skeptic.
He must genuinely be busy tonight. Because
When that guy-
he can't make it. He pops up in the chat and then he pops on later on, you know?
Man, hopefully we see him, mate. Do like old Eugene popping in. But yeah, well, that one video there when he mentions the towing the moon, like people say I'm crazy, but that's like another level of fucking insanity, you know? And then when people talk about Ice Age, I think we covered it before about carbon dating. It's just all too hard, you know. 40 planets rather than 9. So, you know, everything we've learned about the solar system apparently is not true now. That's a lot of far-fetching going on in that video for me.
All right. Yeah.
I need to have a beer. Based on Coy's super chat, I'll get a beer.
I actually do. See, I don't agree with you. I actually do believe that the moon is a thing in the, I don't know how far away it is. Listen, no one knows how big the firmament is, though. Right? All that shit could be within the firmament. The firmament could be fucking miles up, you know, like 1,000 miles in the sky for all we know. But I do genuinely think that the moon, because there's loads of like documents in the before the flood documents that talk about like the pre-moon era and the post-moon era. Like the moon wasn't always there, you know. So I don't know. Look, I got no idea. I personally lean to the fact I think the moon is some sort of spaceship. Personally,
I think the highest point you mentioned the height of the firmament. To give it some clarity, I think that in my research, the highest point in the firmament is about 75,000 feet. I think it is. So the highest point, like I think airplanes can go as high as like 40,000, 50,000. But as you start getting a sort of 20, 30,000 above that, I think that's when you start hitting restrictions.
I don't believe that personally. It's fine. No, it's fine. I personally believe that the moon is. I definitely think the moon is real. I definitely think the moon is. But I don't think it's just I believe the stories about the fact that there have been. I don't think man's ever got there, but I do think that it's been visited by like rockets, whatever, and I think they've dropped nukes and stuff on it. So I remember reading this brilliant book about them dropping nukes on the moon and it ringing like a bell, which would suggest it's hollow, all that stuff. So that's my end. That's my side of it. But listen,
I mean, me and John believe it's inside the firmament. So if it was a physical body, it would be hypothetically possible that someone could go and land on it. You know, I'm not against that possibility.
Yeah, but not if it's
is it a physical possibility? Is it
it's inside of 75,000 feet? Then that's gonna be difficult. Right?
Not 75,000 feet. I'm saying the firmament. I think like the highest point that's been mapped is it starts to go to the stratosphere. Anywhere above that is technically like a barrier. I think. I'll get the measurements for another show. I don't want to make this about flat Earth and stuff.
Right, we can talk about where we want.
Let's phone Green Flag and see if we can get them to tow the fucking moon. Is that Green Flag? Yeah, the moon's broken down. Sorry, where is it?
It's got a flat tyre.
Guy, mate.
It's got a flat Earth tyre.
Mate, we got another merch name. The Moon Towing Company. The Moon Towing Company.
The Moon Towing Company. Love that a lot.
Just want someone dragging the moon along over their shoulder or whatever.
Yeah. There's theories, aren't there?
The visual shows it being hit and ringing. Is there a video of it? Is there a video of it?
Yeah, there were videos of that apparently, but who knows whether they're fake or not.
Question, Sean, says Bryson. Have you parked your car half under a tree to test out the moon and frost from the other video? No, I haven't yet, because there's not been any frost here. Well, it's not cold enough. Not cold enough yet, but I will do.
It's always cold in England.
I don't know how it's going to work, right? Because even if your car, like if your car's here and you got a tree here, and when you park the car, it's in the shade because of the tree. The moon's going to do that, or we're going to do that around the moon, whichever one it is. So it's not going to be under shade the entire night. Like I don't think you can get to a position where your car will be half in shade and half out of shade the entirety of the night.
Maybe you need to park the car when the moonlight's on it. You need to park the car directly there, and then the moon moves away from it. So you're like, okay, there's shade that's coming. You know, maybe.
I wouldn't bother.
Yeah,
I wouldn't bother with that. No, it's not that important. I don't think. But it did come up. It did interest me actually. That did interest me if that was actually something real, but I'm not sure. Based on Koi's last super chat, there, I'm going to go quickly grab myself a beer. I'll be 30 seconds.
Okay, mate. Good man. We're only going to be going for another sort of 20 minutes. What's that, Johnny?
I said we won't talk about him while he's gone.
No, just a little bit. All right, let's have a look at another video, shall we? Let's play another one for us. Let's see where we're doing on this one. I've got no idea what these are. I think that's a piss take of the fact that the Epstein file. Have you looked at these Epstein? Are you not interested in this shit, are you, John?
Yeah, I've seen a bit of it, but it's just all bollocks, this, isn't it? I'm going into a Johnny mode again. It's all bollocks, isn't it, Shawnee?
It's all bollocks, Sean. It's all bollocks, mate. I said it. I told you. It's all bollocks.
Basuma's in the Epstein files with his balloons on Lolita's Express.
Oh dear. All right, let's look at something else then. Let's see what's this one.
It's our great honour to welcome the Honourable Mayor-elect Zoran Mondani. We all hope and pray for his success and the success of the City of New York, and especially for success in staying a friend with the Jewish community of New York City. We welcome Mayor-elect Mondani.
I noticed you played that while Nikos was out of the room.
No, he's sorry.
He's back.
No comment.
Oh yeah, fuck it. We'll move on from that one. I don't even know how that one got in there.
That Eugene's local boozer.
Just quickly though. You know they say there's only 10 or 11 million Jews worldwide.
There's more than that, man. There's got to be more than that. Sorry.
Well, like the number, like sometimes some people, like I think, like I asked Lubo. I said, how many Jews are there in the world? And he said, I think he said 15 million. Right?
Is Lubo like the Chat GPT of Jewish?
Yeah.
Let me ask ChatGPT. I'm not getting into this subject by the way, but I'm just going to ask ChatGPT having Jews.
No, I'm just saying. My point is, I don't, but I think that there's fucking far more millions of Jews. Like the amount of Jews that I've met since being in the Tottenham space, and then just look like, you know, when you look at like the American political environment, you look at those videos, like the guy that went out on to some council or district saying, let me just talk to you a little bit about the COVID vaccine, and the members of the board of the government, like the health, like the CDC or whatever it was, and the all, like the NIH, all that stuff. And it's like every single person on them are Jewish, Israeli citizens, whatever. And I'm like, there's no fucking way. There's just no chance that there's only 12 million Jewish people worldwide.
Well, I've got the answer from ChatGPT. Bear in mind, like,
gold is green, isn't there, Sean?
What's that?
That's just gold is green, isn't it? 11 to 12 million.
I reckon there must be about 1 million in London. 100%.
ChatGPT says there's 15.8 million, which is 0.2% of the world's 8 billion population, and Israel and the United States together host the vast majority of 85%. That's what I'm saying.
I don't believe it. See, I lived in a Jewish community in Melbourne for about 3 months. A place called
Coburn. COVID
There's
Bill.
there's a whole town in Melbourne.
Turkey Cock Lane.
Turkey Cock Lane. There's a whole town in Melbourne that is just like that's just Hasidic Jews, let alone the Jews that you couldn't tell just looking at them. So you drive through this area and they've all got the kind of the long sideburns and the hat, and they wear all that shit. And I'm like, ain't no fucking way. There's no way. There must be 50,000 of them just in that town alone. What the fuck's the name of that town? I'll think of it in a minute. My mind's gone blank.
Why did you show us that video? Was it because of the mayor?
Why did I show it to you? Yeah. The purpose of me finding it interesting was the fact that they got that Armani or whatever his name is.
Armani.
He used to make suits, and he's a fashionista turned into an American politician. But he's a Muslim. He's a Muslim.
He's not dead, is he? He's just converted to Judaism.
Who? Giorgio Armani? Yeah. No, whatever that geezer's name is, though, he's like full on Muslim, and he was the only person in the male race who said, I'm not going to be going to Israel for my first trip or whatever. And then they go and hold a massive convention. Even in that fucking town hall in New York, there must have been about 20,000 fucking, and they were all Hasidic. Let alone the Jewish people that are not non-secular Jews or not Hasidic Jews. There's no fucking way. There's only 15 million.
I completely agree with you. ChatGPT been got to, but it says practicing. So maybe it's not like heritage or family. You're born into a Jewish family or born from Jewish parents. Like, I think there's a contradiction with the numbers. This is something I've come across a lot, and I've thought about a lot as well. It just seems as a very under exaggerated.
And I genuinely mean it. So this is not trying to in any way, shape, or form become like a Holocaust denier, because I'm not.
I'm not either. Right? Just God.
I know you're not. I know. I'm just fuck it. Free speech. But I'm not saying this in any kind of negative way. There's nothing negative about this. But I do think that the notion that 6 million Jews were killed in the Holocaust meant that X amount of Jews were left on the planet or in Europe, and because of that, and because of birth rates within certain communities, that they would have to then make certain calculations of if there were only if that many people died and there was this many left, then given the natural birth rates of 2.2 per couple or whatever else, then therefore on that basis there can only be X amount of Jews in the world. But I'm just saying, I don't believe for a fucking second that there's only 15 million Jews in the world. I don't believe it for a fucking second. I'm not saying that I don't necessarily believe anything that happened at the Holocaust. 100%, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that the amount of people that I meet that are Jewish, I meet too many Jews per capita. For every 100 people that I meet, there's too many of them that are Jewish for there to be 9 billion people on the planet and only 15 million of them to be Jewish. Doesn't make sense to me.
Would it make sense that if you wanted to give the impression that you was a minority, that you would kind of downplay the numbers of your population a little bit, maybe?
Possibly. Again, I'm not saying it doesn't matter either way. I'm just saying it's not. I'm just, to me, you trust your gut instinct on things, right? I don't think that I think there's a lot more than 15 million Jews. And okay. Cool. I'm more than happy. If there's 500 million, great. Don't bother me either way. I'm just saying that the number doesn't number for me. Susie's in the house. Big up to you, Suze. How are you? Hope you're feeling better. She's come in with an immediate slap down on Butler's rhetoric. She says religion numbers will never be accurate, as you need to think, where would they get data? It will rely on people disclosing their religion. I'm not even sure if being Jewish is a religion. I think it's like it's. I don't think it's. I think some people consider it like
a heritage,
a culture. Like Johnny. My man Johnny, Jewish, right? Never seen him wear a fucking yarmulke. I've seen him eat a bacon sandwich about fucking 500 times. He's on Football Inc. with Merry Christmas. He's got the most Christmassy backdrop in the game.
Awesome, by the way. That
awesome.
Backdrop, that's awesome.
Awesome backdrop. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure he's I remember the first time I met him, I picked him up to go. It was actually on October the 7th that year, 2 years ago. I picked him up at his house and we drove to Luton away. We went to the Luton game. together. And he was like, oh, it's fucking terrible what's happened in Israel. And I said, oh, what's happened? And haven't you heard? I was like, no, I've been listening to music and that. I've been driving up. And he was like, oh, blah, blah, he told me. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, are you Jewish? And he goes, yeah. I was like, oh, I didn't know. Like, really? I was like, how would I know? I don't know. Like, you don't present yourself as in a certain way, because they, Johnny could be Christian. He doesn't. There's not like a certain look, is there, to a Jewish person?
Well, you didn't realise he was eating a cream cheese and salmon bagel, and you didn't realise he was Jewish.
He had a mouthful of soup for his lunch.
But he gets it delivered. When he's on football wing, he gets it delivered. Someone brings it into him. His missus brings it in. I'm like, man, I need that service. It's awesome.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, I don't buy it. 15 million Jews, nah. Double it again. There's a lot more Jewish people out there, in my opinion. I'm not saying it in a bad way. More the merrier. More the merrier. I'm just saying that's my take on it, though. I don't buy it for a second. There's 15 million.
I didn't agree.
Yeah, Nikos. Something's happening here. I think Sean needs to bring up his Spurs talk show jingles, the flip-flop and the cooked ones on himself, because he told you not to talk about Jewish people.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
And it's come up.
To be fair, in the last, I made a bit of a bad joke in the last one. It was a real bit of a touchy subject. So it's actually.
Which joke was that? Tell us.
No, don't do it. It was just too soon. It was just too soon.
It was just like I think I had a couple of beers, got a bit of banter going and stuff. But no, he's never told me never to talk about that stuff. As you watch any of the shows back, I've been quite free with whatever I've needed.
We need to get 100,000 followers before you can do that one again.
Yeah, I don't want to get cancelled either.
No, listen. I was calling out the too soon thing about the gag. Right, there's nothing wrong with having a conversation about a certain type of person or certain faith, religion. We can talk about them. I'm just saying, be careful with what we say about anything. Same with Muslims, same with Jews, same with Christians, same with fucking, politics. Just be careful, because I don't want to get the shut them. I don't think questioning whether or not there's 15 or 30 million Jews is a problem.
No.
So it's okay upsetting.
If that's anti-Semitic, then you've got a real fucking issue. I don't know.
Be
careful.
Double standards. It's okay slagging off the Satanists and devil worshippers.
Yeah. I'm not even slagging them off, by the way.
We're just questioning the numbers. The maths don't match me either, mate. Don't worry, the maths don't match me either. It doesn't make sense. I've met so many in my lifetime. I can't comprehend how many are around the world. Like Vladimir Putin's Jewish. Like, if you think how many probably from Eastern European, yeah.
Vladimir fucking Putin's Jewish. You having a laugh? No. Are you serious? Fuck off. Hang about. Let's have a look.
ChatGPT me. Google check me.
Vladimir Putin Jewish. Hang on. Is that's what I'm missing. Is Vladimir Putin Jewish? That's really it's really weird. Oh my god. Right. So
if there's a picture of him with then we know he is.
Everything else I ask on Google gives you an AI answer. This one is Vladimir Putin Jewish, right? One answer. Two, which is a very specific Israeli thing. Fighting online anti-Semitism. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Some results have been removed under data protection law in Europe. What the flying hell? It's a very simple fucking question. And I'm getting very weird results there. Let's have a look. I'm going to go to Grok. See what Grok says. Oh, you should see the argument I've been having, by the way, on... actually, I won't show it. Is Vladimir Putin...
I'm waiting for the day that Grok says I don't want to speak to you no more, Sean.
Is that how you spell Vladimir Putin? It is Vladimir Putin, isn't it? That's how you spell it.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Like, there's a lot of people that have dispelled that he's got like a Jewish ancestry, but yeah, I'm
ethnically Russian, born to Russian parents in Leningrad. Putin was baptized as a child in a Russian Orthodox church.
I'll find them. I'll find it for one of the next shows. I think we should move away from the subject, but I'll find a little bit of evidence. I've come across it before my search.
We're getting banned any minute, aren't we?
No, we're not. No.
Are we not even allowed to just ask? There's nothing weird that's being spoken here, though. I'm just literally just asking questions about someone's ethnicity. Yeah. Not an issue. I don't think it's an issue.
I think he's actually come out publicly and said it before. I think he's actually said it. I think there's like I saw a video of him saying it.
Sean, just write Putin Jew. It comes up.
Not your boy.
Stop asking questions, you anti. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, whatever. Let's move on. Next video. It's such a weird subject, isn't it? You've got to be so careful. Let's have a look. Let's go to the next one.
Yes. So when he's first spotted on campus, he has different clothing on, and then he changes clothing on the roof, and then changed back into that clothing at some point, so that when he was apprehended, when he was arrested, the clothing matched the clothing he had on before the shooting here at UB.
I don't know why there was Jewish music in the background of that video. Nothing to do with me.
It's like you did it on purpose. It's like you did it on purpose. I swear you did it on purpose.
Was it a Google?
You added it. You added the music.
If I could show you my screen, I've got like 100 little videos with tiny thumbnails, and all of them just say snapinsta.to_aq ... So I've got no knowledge, no memory of what these videos are. I don't know why that happened to have the Jewish music, but I was just interested in the fact of the story about Charlie Kirk, the killer, the official killer, Tyler Robinson. Yeah. So no, he came to school that day, and he was wearing a certain type of clothing. He got up on the roof. He then changed his clothing on the roof. He then killed the guy, and then changed his clothing back after he got down from the roof. Like, it's just none of it makes any fucking sense. None of it. It's a load of bollocks.
Like,
they missed the trick there. They should have played Fiddler on the Roof music, shouldn't they, throughout that video? Sniper on the roof.
Just like from a skeptical point of view, put yourself in the shoes. Say, for example, you was that guy, you was Tyler Robinson. You had just done what they say he done. You've got to come down with a gun, get away. There's always police, all these crazy panic and stuff, and you're like, oh, let me just change my trousers, my jumper, and like it's just like. I find it very hard to comprehend that would be like the thought process of somebody.
Is this the Trump shooter, or is this the Charlie Kirk shooter?
The Charlie Kirk one.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah. No,
they're trying to make the stories like come together. They're trying to make it all like make sense. Oh yeah, he changed his clothes. He folded his gun away in his backpack. You know, like.
And he bummed his furry mate after.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense, I must say. I'm skeptical.
Can't we get back to the aliens and the fucking ghosts and the reptiles and the shapeshifters?
Yeah, let's see if we can find one here.
People's dogs that look like they've been possessed.
Let's do an episode next week or this next week on Skinwalker Ranch. Should we do that?
Oh, mate, I love Skinwalker stuff. I love that stuff.
Amazing.
Yeah. I reckon Skinwalker.
I'm sure you did.
What did you say?
Bugsy's a skinwalker. That's where the shadow came from. She drew it in.
Have you looked into the skinwalkers in Appalachian Mountains?
That's not where the ranch is?
Nah, Skinwalker Ranch is a place more down south. There's a place called Appalachian Mountains. It's like a big, huge mountain range where like a lot of the most sightings for skinwalkers actually happen. There's like locals have like these rules. It's like if you hear a whistle, no, you didn't. If you hear a voice, no, you didn't. Like there's all like these local like folklores that have been passed down from like generations about the skinwalkers that reside in these mountains. I actually watched a video last night on I think it's a YouTube channel called Twin Paranormal. They was actually in the Appalachian Mountains last night, like looking for skinwalkers. It was nothing really interesting to watch, but some of the videos that have actually circulated now online on TikTok and YouTube and X and stuff, like the skinwalker stuff is really like interesting, but there's not so much like really like conclusive like evidence that you'll find. You'll spend a lot of time watching stuff. It doesn't really sort of give you any like
the whole point of this show, mate. There's nothing ever conclusive, is there?
But the skinwalker stuff is interesting.
By the way, they basically announced now that aliens are real, right? They basically come out and said that they've got the body. They've got the body that they found of that thing that was like it doesn't have human DNA. That's like an official release.
That means it's bollocks if they're releasing it.
Well, yeah, possibly, probably, but like it's not even made like front page, not even made like page 10 news. That's the thing. That's what I find odd. It's like you'd think that some sort of release of like disclosure, it would at least get some sort of headlines, but it hasn't. You know. Oh, anyway, let's
we're going through like some soft disclosure and stuff, but the Skinwalker stuff. There was the ranches are called like officially called like Sherman Ranch or something like that. It's in like Utah, so it's nowhere near the Appalachian Mountains. Yeah, the one of the people that owned that was actually a guy called Bigelow. I always think Juice Bigelow whenever I say his name, but it's a guy called Bigelow. he had a space exploration company before Elon Musk was doing his contracts with NASA. Like he was the guy that had Bigelow was the one that was firing rockets into the sky.
Was he a gigolo?
Deuce Bigelow, no Gigolo. I'm not sure, but whenever I hear his name, like it's got a really like unique face. It's like I always think Juice Bigelow, but that's not his name. I can't remember what his name is. Bigelow Enterprises, but they had the big contracts from the US government for like exploration and rockets and stuff like that. So the person that owned that ranch was actually a government associate for a long time. The guy that bought it off the original guy from the Sherman Ranch. Interesting. Skinwalker Ranch is really
Skinwalker. Yeah, Luke Skinwalker. Yeah. Luke.
Yeah, Eugene, I bet Eugene knows a lot about Skinwalker Ranch. I bet he knows a lot about that stuff. Actually, he's into that stuff, all the aliens and stuff. So he'll be good for that one.
I've missed Eugene tonight. No Gene, Bro Gene, Wee Gene, all the different names we call him.
I'm not even seeing him in the comments. I'm not even seeing him in the comments. He's like not even contributing with his comments. You know, he must be busy.
Must be super busy. It is Christmas, isn't it?
Come on, Eugene. Come on, Eugene.
All right. Well, we're not going to go for too much longer because I know John's got a round. How much longer you got, John? And then we'll round off.
What, like in my life or tonight?
tonight on the show.
Let's consult the psychics. I had a mediumship reading about
666,
maybe about 4 years ago, and one of the mediums. There's two of them doing the reading, and one of them does like artistic drawing of your main spirit guide, and it is apparently it's fucking alien. So you're going to be getting a boner over this one, Sean. If you want to see the picture that she drew, I'll send it to you.
A picture of an alien?
Yes, apparently my spirit guide, it's an alien. Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
Has
I
he got
put it
a
in
boner?
a private chat? Will it come up?
Yeah.
Hold on.
There you go, people. We're about to see a
Has he got lots of eyes, John? Has he got more than 2 eyes?
Probably got a Jap's eye. It's not going in the chat.
Come on,
What's going on? Shall I put it in the WhatsApp?
Yeah, put it in the
It's
WhatsApp.
not going in the private chat.
Put it in the WhatsApp. Do that, and I'll run another video quickly, and then we'll come back to it. So
Make sure it's better than the Epstein one.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, if you thought this was real,
not doing any more of that one tonight. So, let's go for this one instead.
Is a group called the Illuminati. Who are the Illuminati? Make a long story short, there are 13 families that control the resources and the entire planet. And they have their ancestry goes all the way back to Sumerian times. And where then they changed into the Babylonians, they became the Khazars. They entered into Europe where they merged with the Celtic remnants or the Atlantean refugees, which became the Merovingians. And then that, over the centuries, broke into 13 distinct families that controlled Europe at the time, and then now the entire planet.
and are there names to these families?
Yes, you have the Windsors, the Rothschilds, the Romanov, the Sinclairs. There's a very wide range of Illuminati, but even more so is the range underneath the 13, which is the Committee of 300, which are 300 families that work very closely in association with the Illuminati to accomplish the goals.
You mentioned that in your book that another way of describing the Illuminati is the New World Order.
We'll come back to that analysis. About to show you all a picture of John's spirit guide.
Supposedly, allegedly.
He's got a button's head.
Yeah.
Button.
I mean, it looks like a work of art, though, John. Like, is it? Do you reckon she just like prints off hundreds of those, then goes, "I'll send that one to the last customer as well." A signed piece of work, Emma Matuso or whatever the person's name is there.
Yeah, you'll get one the same if you go and have a reading with her.
Yeah. Do you believe it?
Michael said, "Can he play left wing?" I don't know. I'd put him in a box with that fucking head. He's going to be like 50p, isn't it? Just stick him in there. Nothing's going to get past him, is it? If you play him at corners.
Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
She's not only a good medium, she's also a good artist as well by the looks of it.
Must be a nice kind of hat. 100%. I mean, listen, it's just, not too bad. Not too bad. I do reckon that's taken a little bit. Like she's made that. It's signed and printed. I think that she's.
Well, you're the one who fucking believes in aliens, and you're slagging it off.
I'm slagging off a picture that someone's drawn of an alien. It's not the same as saying that aliens aren't real.
I thought you'd be getting a boner over this one.
That's a tough wank.
No, it fucking isn't. Speak for yourself. Yeah, don't be wanking over my spirit guide, thank you.
She'd give you good head.
Yeah, too much.
Oh, sensational stuff.
People in the chat, I'm not giving you permission to have a wank over my spirit guide. You've got to be super chats to do that, okay? And you've got to be members. Then you get a permission, not one out over my spirit guide.
Have you given it a name?
Head.
It has got a name, but I'm not going to fucking tell you because you're taking a piss.
Edward.
Deadwood.
No comment, John. I'm not mocking it.
Only chat and members can knock one out over my spirit guide.
That's the deal. Screenshot it, I'll give you a best shot.
That is the deal. That's what she said. That is the deal. So if you want to join the channel and you want to be a member, then you've got permission to knock one out over my spirit guide.
There you go.
Today the members perk. The members perk. You get a framed picture of John's spirit guide.
Yeah. Custom perks. Yeah.
Custom laminated.
Permission spirit guide.
We're trying to get Antarctica today. Come on.
It's a laminated and it's done to scale. It's about 7 to 8 foot tall apparently. So it's going to come in like fucking fold up form. So you're going to have to unfold it and put it against your wall. And then you probably, unless you're really tall, you're probably going to have to stand up on some steps or a ladder.
Yeah. Nice.
There's another idea for merch there. If you want to do a merch, it says, I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's John's alien. And you've got a picture of that on there on the T-shirt or something.
Yeah, Sean Michael. Yeah, you've got permission now. £2. It's a bit of a cheap.
Yeah. Cheapest wank you've ever had, mate. Cheapest wank you've ever had.
Yeah, apparently the guide is a bit of a cheap date, so go for it.
Imagine if it's legit though, and your guide's sitting there right now going, "These fucking bastards! They're ridiculing my head size.
He's mugging me off in front of his pals.
Mugging me off."
No,
he's not happy.
No, they're going to come after you, Sean, because now you're denying it.
Mate, I've been come after. I don't know, more times than Bonnie Blue. It's problematic for me with the amount of shadows that are lurking in this room at the moment. I don't know what I've done, and the fact that I'm seeing 666 everywhere. Apparently, that means that my time is running out. So maybe it's saying
my guide. That's because my guide predicted that you'd be slagging it off.
Yeah.
James 119 said she's giving head down Turkey Cock Lane.
Yeah, mate, you're making enemies in all the wrong dimensions, Sean.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Jesus Christ, I haven't got enough friends in this dimension, let alone in the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 12th, whatever. Guys, we'll do one more video and then we'll round it off. Right, we'll keep it a short one tonight, and we'll be back. We'll be back very soon, guys.
Everyone else needs to go off for a wank over my guide, don't they?
Yeah. Everyone's a wank before midnight, 100% done.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can avoid one that's got anything to do with Jews or Charlie Kirk in it. Randomly, let's have a look. What are we doing now? What are we doing here?
Well, if you thought.
I don't want to perform by mistake. Hang about. What is this one?
So Dutch lawyer Arno van Kessel was set to lead a major lawsuit against Bill Gates, Pfizer CEO Albert Bourla, and former WEF chair Klaus Schwab over COVID policies and vaccine injuries was arrested in a military-style raid and jailed without charges. So a lawyer that is suing Bill Gates and the head of Pfizer, Bourla, for the COVID vaccine injuries has just been arrested and imprisoned in the Netherlands. So the big arm of Big Pharma reaches far. The Netherlands goes full fascist in a Gestapo-reminiscent late-night arrest of attorney Arno van Kessel 1 month before trial against Bill Gates and is set to begin. That's from the McCullough Foundation. McCullough, the guy who told you the truth about COVID and the vaccine and got everything right, that guy, the guy they tried to disbar and disband and censor, that guy. Yeah, Arno van Kessel was arrested June 11th, 2025 in a raid by Dutch Special Forces, blindfolded and detained in Vought prison on suspicions of anti-institutional activities and potential violence, not actual violence.
They're coming after them all. Coming after them all. Have you seen, by the way, have you guys seen in the UK that they're removing, they're doing everything they can to force through quick legislation that allows people now to be charged for a crime without and held without evidence, and then they're now forcing through the idea that if it does go to trial, that not all court cases, even ones that go to the Crown Court, do not guarantee that you're going to get your own jury. That now, like, the judges are just going to handle it. Like, that's a fucking problem because judges are corruptible. We've seen that in a million different ways, right? We saw it in America. 15 years ago, there was that judge that ended up going to prison for like 60 years because that absolute CUN Tuesday, that fucking horrendous absolute prick. I hope that guy, by the way, I'm going to tell what he did. I hope that guy got the very worst treatment. I don't usually wish bad things to happen to people because I don't think the prison system is necessarily like prison justice or whatever is fair, because some people are in prison for crimes they didn't commit. But I hope this guy got it. He was bribed by the prison companies, the privatized prison companies, to trial all children as adults and then lock them up for decades for doing misdemeanors. Like a kid would steal a candy bar or steal I don't know, whatever, a shirt from a Macy's, and he would send them to prison as an adult at 14 years old for 6 years or 10 years or 20 years, like horrendous fucking shit. And it turned out he was corrupt and he was bought by the prison systems just to fill more spaces, because the more spaces, the more the government would fill. I hope that guy got the very worst treatment in prison.
Mate, I wouldn't be even the least bit surprised that they're financially incentivized to put in people in prison. It wouldn't even shock me if that some of these judges and stuff are actually that incentivized. I've gone through a few things myself, not trustworthy and stuff at all. But hopefully he ends up with the same cellmate that Jeffrey Epstein had.
Did you see the one in the UK?
What I don't get is if the polygraph tests, the lie detectors are so bloody accurate, why do we need all of this shit anyway? Why not just give people a fucking lie detector test, put them on a polygraph?
Yeah.
Simple, isn't it? Don't need judges, don't need juries, nothing. Just take them to wherever they need to go, put them on the lie detector, and if it says, you did what you were accused of.
The polygraph has only got a 90% accuracy rate, so there's that discrepancy. Which is why
pretty good, isn't it? Bloody hell. I've been on jury.
It's still high. Yeah, it's good enough for me. Yeah.
I've been on a jury where people have said, oh, no, they didn't do that. And then after they're going, and they're taking a piss out of them as they
the problem is the amount of appeals. Yeah, the problem is the amount of appeals you get based on that 10% is a lot. So it's not scientifically convincing to a lot of people. It doesn't. I think polygraphs don't stand up in court, right? I think it's not actually.
No, it's not admissible. Yeah.
No, clearly not, because they'd be used all the time.
Yeah, but on that subject there, Sean's mentioned there, in the UK alone, since March this year, so since March 31st this year, there's been over 20,000 total claims under the COVID vaccination compensation scheme, and already.
What's it called? The yellow card.
Yeah, the yellow card program. Yeah. Of those 20,281 total claims, ChatGPT says over 13,000 have been accessed with compensation and payout. So that's since March 31st this year. So in the last 8 months. whatever.
It's going to be a massive lawsuit on that.
Over the course of 5 years, 10 years, what you'll see in the future. Remember, Sean, you mentioned one of the previous shows. You did the fallout from 9/11. You did the compensation thing. If you've been exposed,
Yeah.
It'll be one of those things you'll see on the TV on one of these talk show intervals, whatever. In 5 years' time, it'll be, oh, if you took the COVID vaccine or one of your family did, you could be eligible for compensation. Call this number. It'd be toll free and lawyer free, no win, no claim, or whatever.
As much as I hope that happens, if all of my ads suddenly get, because at the moment all I ever get sent is ads about the lawyer claim about, like, if you were sold car finance on diesels, BMWs and Audis from 2000, I guess that's all I get served. I've never taken car finance in my life. You know, I'm not somebody like that. So
PPP, what it's called? Is it PPP?
PP, whatever, yeah, and that as well, the credit card thing as well. Absolute jokes. Guys, listen, we're going for an hour 50. Do you want to do a quick one tonight? Appreciate everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. We'll be back. What day is it today? Friday. We'll be back. Listen, might be able to squeeze one in tomorrow or Sunday night's Tottenham, so Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever else. But we'll be back very soon. Apologies for the absence over the last week. Obviously, it's been I've been sick and it's Christmas and stuff. But massively grateful as always for all of your attention. John, have you had a good time?
No, it's been shit.
Good. Thanks for letting me know. Love your brutal honesty.
Bring back Eugene.
What about you, Nick? You had a good time, mate?
Always have a good time, mate. Always have a good time.
Love it. Appreciate everyone. Thank you again for the super chat generosity from Coy72, from Sean Michael, again, and from Danny Boydfield, Clapham Junction of the super chat world. Appreciate you guys. Love you all. Please do smash the like and subscribe, and let your friends know. If you know people that are interested in this shit, then tell them and get them to subscribe as well. We'll be back very soon. Appreciate you all, guys. Have a great one. Bye.
Ciao.